But y'all are tuned up? You're ready to go anytime? Yeah. Okay, so it's yes, sir. Yeah, okay, all right. Are you going to tell something about the band later? Better, you have to. All right, okay. Okay, all right. All right. We'll get started in just a minute here. Be sure to grab some food out there. You do not know that you are in the presence of a jazz legend, or 3 or 4. Ahmed and the Creators is the band tonight, and you will be blown away. And we're going to make Ahmed tell us a little bit about yourself, okay? All right. Now, I know you're humble about it, but you got to do that. So, yeah, grab some snacks and come on in. And Christopher Sims is the boss this evening in the blue hat there. Yep. All right. So come on in. And Jacob, is everything about ready to go anytime? All right. You want to strike up the band? All right. Take it away.
guess I really didn't want to talk, but the minister said that I had to say something. So I'm going to introduce the group. On tenor saxophone is Andrew Swans. Andrew. And we've been together for many years, but he's been living in New York for the last 5 years, but he's back home, so I was happy to get him. And on bass, Charlie Lincoln. He's the youngest member of the group. But Charlie graduated from Berkeley, so you hear how good he is. Yeah. And then John Penny on guitar. We go back many years, me and John Penny. Yeah. And my name is Ahmed. Yeah. I'm from Baltimore, Maryland. I came here in '73. So I've been playing around in the city. I know you know about the Peterson family, and Peterson family interviewed me as one of the legendary musicians of Minnesota. So the sun and the moon and the earth and all the planets are in their orbit. And the way we stay in our orbit is communicating with the Creator. And I would hope that when the waves come in, they would bring love and world peace. And when the waves go out, they would take the hate and the animosity. Because there's a song in my heart, and it's part of the art of learning to live with life. So I just will sing and swallow the sting of all the wrong I can never make right. And that's all we can do, is do what we can do and keep praying. Thank you.
Appreciate it. I'll bring y'all back up in a little bit. Welcome, 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 welcome. I'm your host, Christopher D. Sims. Thank y'all for being here. Give it up for this amazing jazz band. Give it up, give it up. And I'm from Rockford, Illinois, but I feel like I'm a Minnesotan at heart. I've been rocking and rolling up here for quite a while. I want to thank my main man, the Reverend David Breeden. Give it up for David Breeden. Been rocking and rolling with that dude for quite some time now. So we're going to get started with the poetry portion, and then we'll bring back up the band. And up first is Minneapolis' own Joseph Michael Davis, super cool, smooth dude, no doubt. So I'm going to bring him up. Each poet has 15 minutes to rock and roll and do their thing in Chicago, Minneapolis, St. Paul, Illinois, New York City is all in the building. So Joseph Michael Davis, your turn, bro.
Yo, can y'all give it up for the band one more time, y'all? Oh my goodness. So smooth. I was just like soaking it all up. Yeah, y'all can call me Joe Davis. My name is Joe Diggity Davis, or just Joe Davis. I'm a spoken word artist. I also do hip hop and teaching artist residencies and theater. Just grateful to be rocking with y'all tonight. This is an amazing night. Hope y'all got a chance to check out the film that we watched. If y'all weren't here, definitely tap in. That was a gorgeous film, just celebrating blackness and queerness and joy and freedom. And like it was just perfect film. And I'm really grateful to be able to watch that. Yeah, I'm just gonna kick off a few poems with y'all. I like to do poems that involve, crowd participation, because it's all about having a conversation. I'm not talking at you, I'm talking with you. Y'all down with that? If y'all down with that, make some noise, snap with me. You know what I'm saying? Because it's all about we in this thing together, we're sharing space, sharing energy. And I think also it's a beautiful thing when we're not just consumers of the art, but we're also participants, right? We're co-creating this together. And I want to be a part of that. I want to help create the world that our hearts long to live in together. So this first piece is called Lover Fighter. And if y'all are vibing with me at any time, give me some of them snaps. Let me know that you with me, that we rocking together, all right? Let's get it. Checkity check, you can't wreck this because we reckless. Angels and ancestors guide and protect us. Love and hate etched on the brass knuckles because we down with the rah-rah ruckus suckers, but it's Mohandas Gandhi and Muhammad Ali who taught me how to bob and weave outside of the ring, how to fly and sting without any wings. Dr. X, Malcolm King dreams by any means, which means both teams are united as one. We'll live and die by the gun, but by the beat of my drum. When I'm weak, I'm strong, so I can keep keeping on. The sirens might come, but they can't silence my song, nah. Fight or flight, why would I run? I got the Holy Ghost fire inside of my tongue, the glory of ancient warriors inside of my blood. I tighten my gloves and shout at the top of my lungs. I'm a lover and a fighter because I fight for love. I'm a lover and a fighter because I fight for love. I'm a lover and a fighter because I fight for love. I'm a lover and a fighter because I fight. Music is our sword and shield. Music is our force field. Music is like the Jedi Force tapping to a source to heal. Will we brutalize or humanize? Be defiant or compliant? Are we aggressors or protectors? Is this self-defense or violence? Will they call this an uprising or a riot by terrorists or freedom fighters? Will you stay silent on the sideline or join us when we're battle crying? Because I'm a lover and a fighter because I fight for love. I'm a lover and a fighter because I fight for love. I'm a lover and a fighter because I fight for love. I'm a lover and a fighter because I fight. I'm boxing these boxes to try to box me in. Rocking opposites you probably thought would contradict. Concoctions your mama probably taught you not to mix. Knocking all the opposition into consciousness. No boxing mitts, just a pen and a pad, a Zen mat with the yin and the yang, the good and the bad. Any energy you send to me, I'm sending it back. Lyrically, you're hearing Tai Chi whenever I rap. Because I'm a lover and a fighter because I fight for love. I'm a lover and a fighter because I fight for love. I'm a lover and a fighter because I fight for love. I'm a lover and a fighter because I fight. I'm a lover and a fighter because I fight. Faith and doubt, we need both. Dark and light, we need both. Water and fire, we need both. Lover and fighter, we need both. I'm a lover and a fighter because I fight for love. I'm a lover and a fighter because I fight for love. I'm a lover and a fighter because I fight for love. I'm a lover and a fighter because I fight. Yeah. That's that piece right there. Yeah. So I just want to create more space for multidimensionality, for the fullness of who we are, for us to just come into our full selves, to celebrate that joy and that freedom. And I truly believe that, music and poetry and creating spaces like this can really be transformative, can really be empowering. That's what it was for me. When I was younger, when I was a little shorty, like just as the young age of I see some of the shorties in there, I love that it's intergenerational, right? Because when I was a kid, I had a really big imagination. I was like the kid in the back of the classroom, like drawing pictures of his teachers. And we used to draw these little love letters to my schoolyard crush to get a little kiss me on the swing set. My friends would be like, ooh, you gonna get cooties? I said, so what? I want to get cooties. And it was like really silly and really goofy and really playful, right? And so I always was in love with just creating stories and poems and songs. But it had a deeper meaning for me because I got really, really sick when I was in elementary school. I got so sick, in fact, one time I passed out on the bathroom floor. I was rushed to the emergency room, had to be hospitalized. I missed a lot of school. But during that time, I reached for the nearest thing that I could reach for, and that was my pen and my notebook. And I was able to pour my heart and my soul into my writing. And that was my way of coping with my traumatic experiences. That was my way of having a sense of control and freedom and imagination and empowerment through what I was experiencing. And so because it was so healing for me, I didn't realize that it could be the same for other people as well until I went back to school, went back into the community. I had mentors and people in my life who said, yo, you should share this with other people. And at first I was a little nervous. I don't know if I want to share this with people. This is my innermost vulnerable feelings, right? I was kind of scared, kind of shy, kind of timid. But I'll never forget that the first time I started sharing out loud to people in my community, to people my own age, and nobody threw a shoe at my head, you know what I'm saying? Like they were actually vibing with me. They say, you know what? Like I've had similar experiences. I've had a similar struggle. And I realized that they would also share their story with me. And when we would share these stories together, and we also had this collective sense of hope, this collective sense of healing and liberation and transformation because of the power of storytelling and song and poetry. And so that's why I do what I do. I say I'm not writing for a living, I'm writing for my life. You know what I'm saying? So I get the honor and the joy of doing this as a full-time artist. So shout out to Chris and everybody creating this space and making this possible. Can we make some noise for that real quick? Yeah. So I'm grateful. I'm just going to do a couple more poems, and I want to listen some more to the band and listen to some of my friends who were in the building and other artists who were in the building. I'm excited to hear y'all as well. This next piece I want to do is a call and response element to it. So I'm going to need y'all's help. Whenever the refrain says, we ain't backing up and we ain't backing down, we rise higher together. And when I put my fist in the air, the invitation is for y'all to say, we take action now. All right, think we can try that? You think we try that? Can we do it? Yeah? All right. Let's just feel it out, see how it feels. It feels good when you say it together, but we're just going to practice right quick. It goes like this. We ain't backing up and we ain't backing down. We rise higher together. We take action now. Okay, that was all right. I think y'all can do it a little bit louder, a little bit prouder. Say it with your chest. Say it like you mean it. But I think as we go on, it'll get stronger and stronger and stronger. We're going to kick it. Y'all ready? I like this. Y'all are holding it down, too. I appreciate that. Much love. Yeah. This moment is our inauguration. This moment, we're no longer waiting. People of every race, nation, and generation come together in this moment we are creating. Because we ain't backing up and we ain't backing down. We rise higher together, we take action now. Yeah. This is not for the applause of the audience, but to build strong the world in which we long to live. A love letter written beyond the pen, the dance in our breath, the song in our skin. This is the moment we dare to begin, where our fears end, where the bruised and the broken restore, repair, and amend. Because we ain't backing up and we ain't backing down. We rise higher together, we yeah, inspirational. We ain't staying static and stagnant, we changing the status because changing automatic, we have to make it happen. We turn our pain into power and our wounds into wisdom. In this moment, we honor both elders and children. In this moment, the stories we tell can help heal them. In this moment, our expressions of joy are resilient. Because we ain't backing up and we ain't backing down. We rise higher together, we yeah. Inspirational, unwavering, bold, confident, inclusive. We are the music that keeps the movement moving. We are the students of the revolution. We put the us in justice and the soul in solution, making a resolution to not just talk about it, but to do something. If our legacy speaks volumes of who and what we care about, may the way we live our lives say it loud and say it proud, with courage and compassion, until we have no doubt that this is the moment we take action now. Thank you. Yeah. Think I got time for about one more piece? I'm checking on time, you know what I'm saying? Make sure we good. I want to honor the space, honor the folks who showed up, you know what I'm saying? Because y'all could be doing a lot of different things. It's a gorgeous weekend. It's Pride weekend. It's an amazing day outside, and y'all are here rocking with us. So thank y'all so much. Can you just make some noise for that real quick? This is lovely. This is lovely. Glad we all here together in this moment. I truly believe that showing up is one of the most powerful things you can do. And you know, like, it's not always easy. I don't know what y'all been through. I don't even know what your day was like. You could have had like a stressful day. Could have been some crazy things going on. But when I just look back, especially these last like 2-3 years, yo, we've all been going through it. We've all been like on the struggle bus. There's been so much going on. And, you know, I remember times where I would look at the news. I don't even like to call it the news. I think they should call it the worst things that are happening near you. Because that's like what it is. You feel me? That's what it is, especially these last 2-3 years. And like, man, I almost had like a mental health breakdown. I can think of moments where like I really needed to slow down and just pause and just breathe and just check in with my body, with my spirit. And so that's something that I'm more committed to now than ever, is like creating the space to really slow down and to be intentional about my health and my well-being. And I think that when I'm able to do that, then I show up differently. I'm more present, I'm more alive, I'm more intentional. And when I talk about showing up, I talk about showing up a lot, but I think it's not so much about showing up to a physical place as it's about being present in the moment and being centered and grounded in your authentic self, right? And that's what I try to do. I don't always nail it. I don't always hit the target, but that's something I'm committed to each and every day. And I realize the difference that I really am. I'm committed to that practice. So that's what this piece is about. It goes out to each and every one of y'all who are showing up, committed to bringing your fullest and most authentic selves to the world. Show up. We've each been called to this place, this time and this season. You may not yet know the rhyme or the reason. You may not feel, think, or believe in the same things I believe in, but we've been asked to show up. Show up wherever you are from. You can come here to be free. Bring your full selves, both your head and your heart, your hands and your feet, and anything and everything infinitely beyond any duality, your sexuality, gender, race, age, or ability. We all have the ability to be. Without you, I'm incomplete. Without you, there's no we. I need you not just to survive, but to thrive. To come fully awake and alive with potential and possibility. Joining me at the table, for it is wide and there's lots of food to eat. So show up and be fed and feed others, satiating a different kind of hunger, fueling the fire in our bellies. No matter what journey you're on, where you've been or what you've done, all will be well when we're all welcome to laugh, cry, dance, write, breathe, and bleed into the margins and follow the call into the far reaches of who we are. Whether you run, walk, crawl, even if you fall, we fall in love. But just show up. Show up to answer the call to justice, to transform both the soul and the bodily world the soul inhabits. Show up with all your awkwardness and bad habits. Show up with your doubts and your questions. Knowing here, you can ask them. Show up with your wounds and your scars. We all have baggage. But on that together, we can unpack it. This is no mistake. You're not here by accident. You were here to share the stories of your sacred passage. You are the only you that ever has been. You are not the magician. You are the magic. So show up to this place here where there's no grace period. There's only grace period. Bring your fears and insecurities. Let us marvel in the mystery. Let us listen each other to life with a deep, holy listening. Can you hear it? Can you hear it? That's the sound of the genuine within you. The Spirit stirring near you, but if you don't show up, how could anyone hear you? Show up. Even if you don't know for certain. You may have the truth and healing for which this world is searching. In this grand universe, we are but small workers with a big purpose because of our hearts widening the circle, hearts that are broken, hearts that are open, so a little light can shine through, a little hope for the hopeless. Wherever you go, simply know the spirit of this place goes with you. So go. Ready with sleeves rolled up, always growing, never fully growing up, ready with all your heart, mind, body, and soul, simply to show up. Thank y'all so much for showing up. Let's keep showing up together, y'all. Peace and love, all power to the people. Let's get it.
Joe Davis, give it up for him, y'all. And my bad, bro, I called you by your full government, you know what I'm saying? It's all good, yeah. And we communicate a lot on Facebook, so you see people's whole name, you're like, oh, I'm up here saying your whole name, like, seriously? But I want to shout out my main man, Emmanuel Mannerism, right here from Chicago, Illinois. It was him that helped get this whole thing started. This weekend, he just got here yesterday from Chicago, and this is his first time in Minnesota. So Minnesota, show him some love. Y'all show me some love every time I come, so you gotta show my man some love too. So. Yeah, and I'm an Aquarius. I was born on Valentine's Day. I can't help it. I can't help it. I can't help it. Yeah. And I have a twin brother, and we're both born on Valentine's Day. Thank you, Mom. Thank you. Oh yeah, and this is Black Music Month, so that's why I'm rocking the Wu-Tang T-shirt. So shout out to Black Music Month. Yeah. And I got many grew up on music, big time. The west side of Rockford, Illinois is beautiful with music. And my big sister, Marquita Alexander Sims is her last name like mine. She grew me up on music. And man, when I think about my creativity, my love, my honesty, my peace, it all comes from her and the music that she raised me on. So much love, sis, much love, much love. So up next, we're going to bring up another Chicago poet, a Chicago poet, the first Chicago poet on the list. Jewel Lau is in the building, so I'm going to bring him up. You ready? Yeah. Chicago's in the building.
How y'all doing out there? All right. Praise God. Y'all give it up again for all the artists that already went forth. Just want to thank you all for allowing us to come here, and thank you, Reverend David and Chris, for putting this together. And just, y'all clap it up for that. Y'all forgive me, y'all. I'm a little nervous. Cool. All right, so, yeah, I'm a spoken word artist, and I see a lot of younger people here, and you are so welcome. That's who I had in mind when I was thinking it. And I know school is out, but do we have anybody here who likes math? Okay, cool. We got a few people. I see, yeah. Okay, yeah, that's good. Money adds up. We got to know how to handle it. So math was one of my favorite subjects in school. And also blue was my favorite color. So I don't know about y'all, but I always would put the blue folder with my favorite subject, because that was my favorite color. I had to match it up. And also, I just want to tell y'all something real quick. So I have been nominated to be the best spiritual poet in the nation. Thank you. I appreciate that. So afterwards, I mean, if you all could vote for me, I appreciate it. I can, as you all can see, I have my own website is jewellau.com, and from there, it's a link on there where you can vote for me. I would greatly appreciate it if you all can vote for me, but you don't have to take my word for it, whether if I'm the best or not. You can, kind of hear from yourself. But I have been involved in a lot of different contests. But before I got into spoken word, I was a rapper. And before I even, also I'm a Christian, and I do Christian poetry and Christian rap. But before I even became a Christian, I did worldly rap, and I was a battle rapper. I was the guy I was a battle rapper, but before I really got into it, I also was a shy rapper. I know that's like an oxymoron, right? So I would write raps, and then instead of saying the rap, I'll just hand them a piece of paper. Then they'd be like, I want to hear it. I want to hear how you say it, how you flow it. I don't know. But as I got older, I started getting into some things, alcohol, and it made me kind of be more out there more, and then I began to rap more, and I got into battle rap. And even when I became a Christian, I was a part of a freestyle tournament, and I won the tournament, y'all. I brought the trophy home. Thank you. And I really love math, though. Back to the subject of math. Math is, one of my favorite subjects. And I like math so much that I actually wrote a piece called Mathematics. Now, because a lot of rappers, they come up with their different rap songs, and they like to call it mathematics, I guess because the way we break down the word when we rap and stuff. So I called the piece Mathematics, and so I guess I'll do that piece for you all today. Because, I just want you all to know that I'm still greater than my foes with the times foe. Now, that's 16 for those that aren't good with math. Matter of fact, I think I'll just go ahead and teach y'all a whole math class. My rhymes are on a higher level than theirs. See? Now, that's a bar graph. I speak while using a proper fraction that's on Christ's behalf. I want to stop people from living their life minus Christ, but they just want to fill it with distractions. But that's why I lift up the Christ, but instead of being drawn to him, they just want a subtraction. For a slippery slope, that's the hypotenuse. We was created to be the clay for the potter's use. Adding souls to the kingdom is what I strive to do. Others think they're better than me because they got more revenue. But the wealth of the wicked shall be laid up for the just. See, that's the vision. But without the vision, perishing is a must. Can't you see? Elohim. Now, if people wait, hold on. Now, can't you see? If people think that they're greater than Jewel, then they must be blind. Because I got God, Jewel is always at the open end of the greater than sign. And that's a cute angle they tried to pitch. If the blind keep leading the blind, they both wind up in the ditch. Now can't you see that Elohim is the real microphone checker? Or are you still visually impaired? So let me put it for you in an equation. E equals MC squared. Matter of fact, scratch that. Unlike energy, there's no unit of measure in which he can be compared. In the presence of the enemy, for multiples of many, a place to eat has been prepared. And those are timetables. Now, that story about the little boy with 5 loaves and 2 fish is not a mere fable. He multiplies every seed sown. He's enlarging my circumference. I'm in a new time zone. The way I'm flipping these mathematical terms, math magician, should be my alias. These people think that they can walk a mile my diameter, but truthfully, they don't even know the radius. Times pi is how you can figure I. Because Jesus is not dead, there's no way that I can die. When I think of his mercy, it makes me want to cry. To say it's 5 ways to get to heaven is a lie. But 5 is the number of grace, and that's prime. Time without the Dion, because Christ is soon to return and touch down to see what the heck that we're on. With God, we'll always be winning in this game of life against the player, hater. My God breaks down the tribes in the book of Numbers to the common denominator. I've been nominated by the nominator. You can't outsmart the Lord with a scientific calculator. Now, Chris, I don't have to be a debater. I just got to give him Jesus before I go to heaven and pray I see him later. Now, just doing things out of routine can be dangerous. We ought to be led by the Holy Ghost. He's spontaneous. Because that old-fashioned religious spirit ain't producing no fruit. But my God is able to pluck out every single square root. We ought to exercise the fruit of the Spirit. Exercise self-control. Those that be angry with God be looking to just explode. Straddling the fence instead of being hot or cold. It's obvious they're stuck in that median mode. I pray they get out of that trap, Ezoid, before their lifestyles become totally void. Following the wrong crowd like there's some androids. It saddens me, but let me take you back over to geometry. If you're face to face with God, then from the profile view, there should be some symmetry. But everything that's contrary, the enemy will in your face dangle. I mean, he wants you on his team so bad that he's willing to try angles. But God's word is the right angle to get us to go up to his pentagon. If you're going the wrong way, you need to stop like you're face to face with a red octagon. It doesn't matter what side of the planet you're on. God's on every side of a million decacons. He can even transform a Decepticon into an autobiography, truth carrier. The more the merrier. I get it though. The bigger the problem, the scarier. But he's the problem solver. There's no problem he can't solve. Just seek him out through prayer and watch it get resolved. But sometimes we be the problem. When we call on him, he answers our feeble. He's the all-sufficient God, unlike people. There's no answers to any problem that can add up to him, because truthfully, he has no equal. Thank you. Appreciate that. That one was really fun to write, you all, because, you know, I love math. And so, yeah, I had fun with that one. I don't know if y'all caught all the different math. You got, okay, cool, that's what I'm talking about, yeah. I love it. I love to hear that when people actually catch the, you know, the metaphors. I was all about that, right? Like writing metaphors. I just like to do like double metaphors where it has double meanings. And, you know, as a poet, you be wondering, do people catch, you know, what you be saying and stuff? Because sometimes you be talking and people just be looking back at you and you be like, you understand what I'm saying? You know, but you can't say that in the middle of the piece. Sometimes you just want to stop and be like, did y'all catch that bar, you know, when I was talking about the square root, you know? Yeah, that's cool. Oh, yeah, definitely. Yeah, so I got a lot going on, you all. I'm also a motivational speaker. And the thing about that is, like growing up, I was like intimidated of people who were successful or who was able to do things. And I didn't think that I was capable of doing a lot of different things. And so that when I got older, I said, you know what? I can write my own book. So I have a book now on Amazon. I'm a published author. It's called Powerful Expressions of Knowledge. It's a collection of short stories to help give people inspiration, motivation, encouragement, and spiritual insight. Now, I also have 3 rap albums out. And it's to God be the glory. I have a few of them with me now. I'm only charging like $5 for them. You know, I would appreciate anybody who would be interested. And also, I'm an ordained evangelist. And it's to God be the glory. And I don't say all that to brag or to boast. It's just, I know where I've been, and I know where God has brought me to. And like how I was saying earlier, how nervous I was, it's just, because I mean, I've been through a lot, and God has taken me through a lot, and I mean, so it's not that I'm out here being cocky. I'm just confident in God. It's a difference. So don't take my confidence for cockiness. I know who He is and what He's capable of doing, and He's done great things for me in my life. And I have my own website. I'm happy about that. I have my own clothing line. This is Jewel Out Enterprises is the name of my business, because I don't just do spoken word. Like I was saying, I do other things. So Jewel Out, this is the different things that I do. So I have my own clothing line. And so this is the logo of my clothing line. But I also be pushing out different quotes to help motivate people and inspire people. I have one on my website now, and it goes, "I don't just matter, I am it." You know how we say, Black Lives Matter, and, we matter, all people matter, but we don't just matter because, we are matter. Because, matter is anything that has mass and takes up space. Y'all get it? That's the pun in it, you know what I'm saying? Right, here I am explaining, what it means. But, so on my website, if you click on the merchandise button, it'll take you to my store where I have my rap albums on there also and stuff. But it's an accomplishment. It's why I speak about it. Because, I mean, even before I've been able to get before you all and speak, there was a time where I remember where I was shy, quiet, non-talkative. The desire for me to talk was very imperative. But for some reason, I wouldn't. For some reason, I couldn't. Because this voice in my head would tell me that I shouldn't. I mean, not knowing why at first, just accepting it. I mean, knowing how to talk but neglecting it. Whatever was over the signal from my brain to the muscles to my jaw to open my mouth was rejecting it. Needless to say, this left me vulnerable to the critics. Now check my transparency as I get down to specifics. My name is Jewel. That's spelled J-U-L-E. Just imagine how the kids would laugh at me when the teachers would call me Julie. Like I needed an extra reason to be laughed at, feelings I held back, because I didn't want them to see the pain that I felt from all of the attacks, because I was an easy target to be mocked. Illustrations of a non-speaking nobody, memories of these taunts bombarded my thoughts. In my dreams, they will haunt. A skinny kid, criticized for his weight, criticized for having this mold on the side of my face, having to live with insecurities in the face of adversity, wishing my mother never even gave birth to me. But back then, I put up with so much abuse to avoid confrontation. And my shyness was more than just lack of conversation. Sometimes they'll put me in a state of paralyzation. I mean, wanting to move but forced to keep my position. Please listen. Back then, I didn't understand my condition. I was under affliction of human opposition. The devil wants us to have a false disposition to try to keep hidden what God already written, that we're strong and courageous to fear, say good riddance. Can you believe that God chose me? to be an evangelist? I mean, a soft-spoken misfit, afraid to use his gifts. But my God gave me courage and confidence without the additive from a alcohol beverage. You see, no more hangovers. You know, Hennessy no longer hangs over my shoulder, begging me not to be sober. Exposure to the great God Jehovah did a miracle in me, no rabbit's foot or four-leaf clover. The Holy Spirit is my strengthener. So no longer do I need a strong drink to make me think I'm strong. No longer reaching for a Long Island iced tea to help me get along with society. A social drinker is what they call it. But drinking to cope with life situations can make you become an alcoholic. So now I choose to be identified with the one who was crucified to genocide anything that's not like God inside you and I. Now, Jesus, you can deny. I mean, they can, Reverend, if they want to. That'll be their opinion. But me, I'd rather have authority and dominion over Satan and all of his minions, because I refuse to be identified as his sibling. You see, he used to be my father. I was living a lie. Shyness is not me. He was raising me to die, playing off of my emotions from being overlooked, so he can send me to hell with him to be overcooked. But Jesus is always there. That's right, never forsook. Trusting in God to overcome. That's right. That's all it took. And now I'm free. Thank you all. Bless you all.
Church up in here. Can I get an amen? Amen. All right. I was raised in a Baptist church in the west side of Rockford, Illinois, so I know. One more time for Jewel Lau, y'all. Up next, Aliyah Kassim, another Chicago poet, is in the building. Chi-Town, let's keep it rolling.
Hey, how y'all doing today? So this first piece that I'm going to say to you all is about my daughter. So for all of you all that have kids, like, enjoy the time while you have it, because, you might you might end up at this point. I look at my baby girl and realize she's representation that time waits on no man. She reminds me that God chose this man to stand as a father, especially in a generation when some men don't want to be bothered. Father each day is trying to hold on to time. It's just a dumb idea. Heck, how you think I got here? Tears, joyful in its flow because I realize that she's grace. I don't need evidence of God because I see him all in her face. Looking into her universe-colored eyes reminds me daily that life ain't happened by accident. Her innocence reminds me that God placed mercy on my accidents or mistakes. You see, mercy and second chances be shown all over her face. Fatherhood be a distant marathon, and I'm planning to walk in this race. I remember holding her in my arms. She was just a baby. Heck, I was 20, looking like an innocent baby. Did I know what I was doing? Maybe. The greatest decision I've done was stay. Wasn't perfect, but I learned excellence as a dad along the way. You see, when she was 1, I was there to see her take her first crawls and steps. I remember her smearing her number 2 on the walls. I changed that and had to hold my breath. When she was 3, I remember her daycare fees being out this world, worked out to provide, so I had to be out of my establishment by 4. At 5, she started kindergarten. I remember first days of school and our conversations would be lit. She advanced in intelligence even more when she was 6. At 7, second grade, time goes by fast, but times were great. Another year went by, had a sleepover for her birthday at 8. 9, 10, 11, 12, I saw her develop into a young lady. Accepting the fact that she was growing up was a fight. I just thank God he allowed us parents to raise her right. Then teenage years hit. All of that optimism went out the window. She turned 13. No cap, I cried at least 14 times. I prayed at least 14 times, at least 15 times. Like, Lord, please don't let my insecurities be the broken bridge to her heart. Please keep her away from crooked construction workers that care nothing about her foundation. They just see her big windows and want to enter the house. Please be with her mom's husband when he gets frustrated because of something my daughter said, because before he tells me, I already know what she said because she got a smart mouth. And please, Lord, let him tell me about it, because taking it in his own hands to discipline, because I don't want to open his mouth with my fist. Because one way or another, he going to have to realize Daddy don't play about his. After many prayers, I see her now at 16. Not wanting her to get dirty, but realizing this world is not clean. Now, presently, I'm watching her sleep as I did when she was a baby, sitting here crying like a baby, like, God, where did the time go? Although I tell her every day that she is beautiful, lovely, and worth fighting for, I pray those words ring loud in her on days when an enemy lies. I pray she waits and realizes that she is a prize. I hope that she knows that she was born on purpose for a purpose. She is definitely my princess with a smile that lights up like the sun. But one thing's for certain, I'm buying a gun. This next one is called Generational Wealth. I said, the news showed me where my people stay poor. They'll tell you wealth is this way, but then lock the door. You can't expect the system to work for people it was never designed for. They'll give you Louis Vuitton, Fendi, and Gucci. And when we protest, they just design more. We rather look rich than actually be it. Wearing expensive clothes ain't actually freeing. Trust me, I know the feeling. Millionaires be rich, be looking poor, worth millions and even more. We be hundredaires looking rich. Who you think this system is designed for? Ain't it funny how we chase the money, chasing Bentleys while the rich is comfortable in a Concorde, Toyota, maybe a RAV4? Not us. We got to stunt on them O's. While the millionaires' bank account stunting with O's. Funny. They bank account on zeros. We treat designers like Avengers, thinking they heroes. Outfit on fleek, but bank account on zero. Then they tell us about the wealth trap. The wealth gap, where the ancestors got a head start by buying and owning property, while the racists treat us like property, oppress us, and hide their hand. But now we woke and invested in stocks and buying land, and the rich and wealthy got wind of that. But we bonded like sisters and brothers. I guess AMC means ain't no money for us colored, but they've been getting money and getting it nonstop. We do the same, and they proclaim GameStop. You see, I knew the system was up to no good. They stole from our ancestors and their neighbors, so of course they good with Robin Hood. But it's okay. We ain't gonna cry about it. We gonna get this money together because we know the system can't survive without us. Let us all get this money and get generational wealth. This next piece is called Head On. It's about a couple of things that happened in my life and things like that, struggles, stuff like that. When I'm on a mic, I just want to bring hope in my lyrics to the one who be thinking they're going too far, who think life is hopeless. They want to ghost it because they don't feel there's no hope for tomorrow. I speak life to those who lost their hope in God and speak about disappointments and how I hated God. You see, he loved me while I was a sinner. Sheep in distress devoured by wolves. Jesus, as a result, became my helping rod. His love, I didn't deserve it. Everything that happened in my life, I felt like I deserved it. Suicidal at one point or another, felt like my life was worthless. You see, my biological dad taught me about Allah. My grandma taught me about Jehovah. And my foster mom taught me about Jesus. When I was younger, I felt like religion was pointless. Sexually abused by a woman when I was 9. She took every child bone from me. Felt like I was so jointless. Anger kindled inside for my sisters because I felt like the women in my family didn't get me. Felt like I was surrounded by Judases telling them whatever you do, do it swiftly. Sorry, guys. Grew up thinking that all I was worth was giving girls comfort and a chest to lay on. Meanwhile, Satan tooted my horn about the women I played on. Death and destruction laid on this path that I was dead on. It seems that me and Satan was on opposite ends of the train, and we're about to collide. Head on, you ain't worth much, no purpose in you. His lies on my mind stayed on. Had me thinking that my optical lenses needed visions of nasty porn. Found out that Ilya Kassim was the name he had to head out on. Didn't have no purpose for living, so in sin I carried on. Saddened by my daily realities, my heart was a suitcase that carried mourn. Until I was confronted with that gospel, I guess you could say me and Jesus met head on. You see, God presented with two options. He said death or life. Between these two, I was so torn. Wish I could tell you that I chose the latter, but you see me in sin, been acquainted since I was born. Wanted to stop sexual fornication so many times because I knew it was killing me. But let me ask y'all something. How do you put down something that you actually consider your identity? Do I want to put myself out here like this? No, I just hope I'm speaking to an audience that's feeling me. Maybe they can look at my life and see God and realize that our purpose in life is to seek God. You see, I know a lot of people, mainly Christians, who say they're living with Jesus. You know, the life inside, and even though they got life inside, it's inevitable that sometimes death will rise. Suicidal thoughts can hide. Anger, frustration, loss of loved ones that died. Listen, you can still have life but still feel death inside, my people. God sent me here to tell you that he feels your pain. And even though you're going through hell, if you're living right and die, heaven is your gain. This talent of words of mine is not mine, no matter how incredible. My job is not for me to get up here and tell you how I'm unforgettable. My words is for those whose heart is Hulk and Green Den, who want lyrics with substance to put their hearts back to doctor again. I hope something I said today will help you to start living again, my people. No matter what life throws at you, God gave Jesus 3 nails just so he could walk with you. My brothers, my sisters, you have a purpose, and I want you to live life on purpose. Thank you.
One more time for Aliyah Kassim, one more time. Yeah, so I'm fortunate. I'm very, very blessed and very thankful. Even speaking with Emmanuel the whole time we've been here, it feels like a week, but it's only been like a couple of days. Being able to do this for a living all the time, being able to travel and do this all the time, being able to eat and do this all the time, it's a beautiful thing. So. And I want to thank my friends over here. They know who they are, helping keeping my stomach full with some beautiful food whenever I'm in town. I'm so very thankful. Yeah. But with that said, the basket outside, right out there, all that money that may wind up in there goes to the poet. So please stack it up, pile it up, help out, just show some love. Basically just show some love. And I'm gonna call up the jazz band back up so they can rock out for a minute. And if you need to go to the bathroom, watch me. You go straight, take a left, and they're all the way at the end. So do your thing. Go take a stretch break, but definitely enjoy the jazz.
here somewhere. It's stolen moments. I'm gonna start with this. Ready?
Back up. One more time for the jazz band, y'all. All right, back to the poetry portion, the spoken word portion, and I see I'm looking back at a Shavonda Brown. Bring you up, Queen, so you can do your thing. Appreciate y'all's patience. Thank y'all for sticking around. Minneapolis or St. Paul? North side, okay. We can rock with that. We can rock with Rondo. Okay, Rondo's in the building. Okay.
I'm just gonna say this. I represent wherever my people are. I was born and raised in Dallas, Texas, but when I came here, one of the first things that I did once I wanted to become acclimated to the community and find out what was happening, what was going on, is I asked the question of where's the black bookstore? And I came across the answer, Uhuru's, which was not in existence anymore, but that was the place. I biked over to where it was, and I heard stories from older folks in community who are like 13, 14 years older than me, who are just like, oh yeah, in the 90s, Uhuru's, we used to have so-and-so come through, political activists and everything like that. And they would come, they would talk, we would dialogue. It was a cultural hub. Last weekend, I'm at Afropunk, and there's this beautiful display of books and African art and jewelry, and I Cash App, and I'm like, let me get the Cash App for this, to pay for this, and it says Uhuru's. I say, excuse me, Uhuru's? And he's like, yes. I was like, I heard about you, and I've been wanting to connect. I heard about the person who was the owner and everything like that, and they were like, yeah, we're gonna bring it back because we need it with everything that's been happening within the past few years. So our bookstores, our places where we get to express our literature. Those are cultural hubs and healing spaces for us and are very necessary. And I just want to thank you, Christopher, for putting together this space for us to come together and celebrate our poetry and our music from Chicago to Minneapolis. So wherever we are, again, you know, that's where I am. So North Minneapolis, Northsider, and Rondo, of course. So this first piece I'm going to do for you all is about the importance of naming within our community. We know that there is power in our words. And so we have a particular way in which we go about naming ourselves. Whatever resonates within our vibration, that's how we typically name ourselves. And that's what has become, I think, of our naming processes. So I'm just going to get into it. My name is poetry. Celebratory African songs, bass tones slapped on pun logos. Brilliance distorted by colonial capture and repurposed by rape to remedy the pain. My name became blues, burdened yet hopeful and beholden to my soul's truth. My name is jazz. A world of abstract dreams, inventive yet often misunderstood. My name is Rian Kim, divine black speech, a black fist over break beats. My name is hip hop at its birth, fighting for sanity and liberation, bringing the slime covered gutter, drug addiction, a dysfunction breeding welfare system to the forefront. U.S. government, you will see me, us, this, your actions, consequences. My name is the residue of resilience. Though I know little of my mother's culture, I am her daughter, little Africa, with her oppressor's last name, America. My name mimics what others would call the angels of my ancestors' spiritual system, the Orisha, remixed as Venetia, Jorvarsha, Shavunda, Sojourner, and we name ourselves to be free of the whitewashing during our captivity. And we name ourselves to be free of the whitewashing during our captivity. And I want to be free. Don't need a name that will look nice on a resume when I plan to own the business or build within an equitable one. My name is a Back to Africa movement. It's me stammering to remember the words of my forgotten language, and I'd rather be infantile in the dialect of my African-born ancestors than proficient, complicit, and silenced in the language of my captors. We are breaking chains with our African-American names. Thank you. This next piece is A Mother's Business. That's a mother's business? Hot flashes and night sweats? Yearning for wet kisses and the heat of a lover's hand, healing like the sun, but when he's angry, hot like a gun. Her business, pain and pleasure, adding to the anatomical hysteria, hysterectomy caused by fibroid cysts that don't run in families, but are seeded on scalps, scalded by dark, not lovely, without lie, black hair burning like fireworks on the 4th of July. Our enslavement has always been cause for somebody else's celebration. But my mama keeps saying, my body belonged to me, so I shine bright like a diamond, cloaked in the most costly clothes, designer robes, but body, it seems you're mine on loan from the government. When legislators pass laws on birth control, abortion, and rape, when corporations have life insurance policies on us but won't pay a living wage, I become somebody's mama and they call my baby a prison industrial prospect who's not allowed in your school if he ain't got them developmental impairment inducing shots. Yeah, shine bright like a diamond. Oiled up in warmer climates. I want to claim today as a good day to be black and sexy. Knowing colonized minds will always test me. I see ebony constellations masquerading as flesh on young queens and ask, why don't you want to live within your hue? Because somebody refuses to see the color in you, the beauty of the color in you, dehumanized when whitewashed. So like her mama, when she talks, she spit. When she look at you, her glare has kick. She's a black witch, revolutionary, rebel, when she knows her indigenous name. When she let her nappy hair grow without being tamed. When she wear clothes, she know hug her right. And with all that behind she got, she still do her squats. She's smarter than your professor, and she know when the teacher teaching lies, because that's her culture in disguise. She's sweet, spiritually deep, and if you don't recognize her godness, you might label her freak, but don't you dare to. That might be somebody's mama you talking to. I'm just like, I be feeling like what? Like I'm only giving what was given to me. Whenever somebody asks me to perform, I feel like it's my duty to do so because it's not my gift to keep to myself. It was given to me in order to share and to further uplift and inspire people. So that mindset and mentality like also gives me courage. Like the brother earlier, he's like, oh, I'm feeling a little nervous. And it's just like, well, you can't be nervous because the gift was given to you to use. And so you got to use it. And with knowing that, you welcome to snap and clap. I saw you, she's like, yes, I feel it. So you can't be nervous, you just have to let yourself be used. So this last piece is one that requires some call and response. Y'all already been responding to me, which I really appreciate. Okay, but we're just gonna do a little, back and forth, and I think y'all can get it. So I'll say, black girls, and you'll say, don't dream of blue eyes anymore. All right, so we're gonna practice real quick. Black girls, don't dream of blue eyes anymore. Okay, that was good. We're gonna do one more time because now you know the words, and so now you have to add the feeling to it. Ashe, ashe. Black girls, don't dream of blue eyes anymore. Okay, I think y'all got it. All right. Black girls, don't dream of blue eyes anymore because we recognize the brilliance of black. We are diamonds shimmering in the sun and mesmerizing by moonlight. Shea buttered up and coconut oil down. We are forces in a million different shades and get to see ourselves represented in so many ways. Like Lupita Nyong'o's midnight skin shining on silver screens. Serena Williams smashing racist remarks with a tennis racket and Compton rage. Simone Biles leaps, and little black girls know if you dream, you can fly. And the political realm, Thuli Mandosela, South Africa's public protector, Ori Akolo, Kenyan digital activist, Minnesota's Andrea Jenkins, and Ilhan Omar all laid the foundation for new policy and constitutional change, and these are only a few in a white male-dominated political game. We are so filled with the richness of our magnificence, there is nothing left to desire. Who else could I possibly want to be when I am the dazzling, shining, radiant me? Janelle Monáe, Erykah Badu, Solange Mbaye, fiercely roar a soundtrack of liberation and provide images of divine femininity for the next generation so that black girls don't dream of blue eyes anymore because we're surrounded by so much black excellence. We've come to realize that we are enough to strive for. When we examine those within our own village who set the standard on a global stage for all else who witness our beauty, our scholarship, our talents, self-mastery, and genuine genius. And why wouldn't we set the standard when we are the mothers of all civilization? Genetic composition as ancient as the dirt and healing to all its inhabitants. The story of Henrietta Lacks can attribute to this fact that black girls don't dream of blue eyes anymore because we view ebony eyes as a privilege, because we're unlearning the poor preschool lessons, because content creators Issa Rae, Duvernay, Kenya, Kugler, Coel, and Rhymes are providing beautiful, complex reflections because the divine creator didn't make no mistakes in making us coily, kinky, chocolate, almond, brown, red bone, vanilla, yet all black. In fact, my curl pattern mirrors mitochondrial DNA. So as they say, black girls don't dream of blue eyes anymore because we've broken the spell of self-hatred and discovered black girl magic, our melanin reimagined as a deep well within that we can tap into without even knowing how. We just know, and our blood memory echoes, and we are called back to indestructible, implausible, marvelous black. Thank you. I'm on social media, Shavonda Brown, or Shavonda Thunder on Instagram. I have an album out on all streaming platforms that's titled Spotify, iTunes, YouTube, all that. You just type in my name, Shavonda, that's with the U, Shavunda, The Return, the name of my album, and I will pop up. So y'all can find me there. You can buy the album on Bandcamp, and the money goes directly to me. Appreciate you.
Give it up one more time for Shavonda Brown. Before I bring out the last poet of the showcase, please give it up for my wardrobe change, the prints, the hat, the t-shirt. Give it up for Prince, give it up for the artists, give it up. I mean, I can't be here and not represent, right? Yeah, man. And in spirit, he's here. In spirit, he's here. Ashe, ashe. So I'm gonna just, Emmanuel Mannerism is up next. Chicago poet, a new home, bro, spoken word, supreme. Chicago's in the building. Emmanuel Mannerism, it's your turn, son, to shine. Come to the mic, it's yours.
Do you mind if I come down there with you? Do you mind? Yes, okay. Y'all know Michael Jackson did that. Man, y'all, please don't do this today. So, I've been having this issue with,
amnesia. So, I got the phone just in case I get back to it. So Chris, he mentioned about artists, it's money out there for artists. What was I saying? Oh, what was I saying? Oh, yeah. He said there's money out there in the basket for the artists. What was I saying? What was I saying? Okay. It's a basket out there. Jesus. It's a basket out there. He said put the money in there. What was I saying? Okay. It's a basket for the artists. The money you put in the basket is for all the artists. All right. So, by the way, remember, we have Kimber Love. She got to get on this mic, too. Don't be playing no games up in here. This is not liquor yet. This is water. Water, and I need probably more than that. I'm gonna do 2 pieces because I'm not gonna do the bonus one because if y'all don't like me, I'm not doing that. I'm not gonna be staring at me for 3 pieces. Plus, I'm not really nervous. I don't know why. For some reason, I think I know why. I'm not really that nervous because if y'all don't like me, I get to go home to Chicago. Y'all not gonna see me in the street. You'll be like, I'm gonna get him, I'm gonna punch him. So maybe that's the reason why. So I go by the name of Mannerism. I don't go by my government name in Mannerism, just Mannerism on the stage here. And I spell Mannerism, that's like manna from heaven, M-A-N-N-A-R-Z-M. Manna, R-Z-M, Mannerism. I'm on all social media platforms. And I am streaming on all the platforms you can think of. I'm streaming with my spoken word album, and I got a couple of singles. July also has singles, and you get with the program and download his stuff too. You know why? Because I produced it, because I'm a producer and I do music. And I produce all my album too. And I got more music to sell for poets. And if you do movies, independent movies, I got music for that too. Just give me some money, please. I'm certified, bleeding on paper. What I bled is my certification. I'm still referred. I'll smoke you with no papers. Your nicotine is nicolations. Your doctrine puff vapors. No love for the papacy. I'm occupied with these thorns and more demons looking for vacancy. The microphone's a sig, your stigma is stigmata. Every piece of right is like an alma mater. Check out the depths of my soul. I'm solely in solitude. Before Christ, it was a void with antimatter molecules. I was sounding a hollow dude. My inner space was an abyss with hysterectomy dreams. My scheme is to abort the enemy that distorts. The accuser of the brother got his case thrown out in court. And for the birthing, I take prenatal vitamins. Don't judge me as an artist. You don't know the different nights I've been wrestling with my thoughts. And my head is like a rubber room. My mind is like McLaren, and I'm about to skate this rubber soon. I thought I was about to see Jesus and my mother soon. But God had his angels by my side, and in my back he had another goon. If I replace you in my soul, yep, I'm down for the soil. It's a dirty life. And at the rate I'm going, it'll be a blessing I hit 30 twice. The path is lonely, but I still say that soliloquy. The blood of Jesus liquidity solidifies my validity. COVID survivor. My crown king killed Corona. Thank God I'm back in this race. Daytona. I was almost deployed with no diploma. Almost comatose, and I'm good times like Walona. Missing my parents, they're both goners.
My heart is missing too. But Lord, I heard you are a donor. I'm trying to hold on a little longer, and I ain't letting go until you bless my soul. I literally walk with a limp. My femur ride hit my place a pole feels cold. So put me on your list, or else I John Q it. I'm congruent to the message and not how you respond to it. So let's celebrate this hate. Let's cheer, leaders. Shake your pom-poms to it. In this game, we all players. Now watch how the Don Juan do it. That's our first piece. Bear with me while I'm killing myself for the second piece. I don't know why I'm doing it. It costs too much to be poor. I can't afford poverty. Your novelty is perverted, so what's the real reason why you bother me? What do you want from me? Oh, you got a plan for me? Vanity, vanity, says the preacher, all is vanity. A preacher won't say it if you don't have a plan for you like someone else will, or have had already, probably. Dignity, self-worth. Nah, you ain't robbing me. You got a valuation of my value? Really? Am I valued? How much am I valued? Or you think I'm generic, put on a Walmart shelf, generic brand, great value? Or a bargain? As if I sold my soul, as if it was for sale, on sale for cheap. Pete this said the devil was sold it for sale, for cheap. What a bargain. A devil's coupon for the bargain. Let's tear out the coupons, no need to stay within the margins. You see I'm butter for your batter, baby? Or just butter, or margarine? Charging the batteries, say let's rebuke kiss for a butter, robotics, let's charge them in. Charging the battery. Let's play some mechanical system. Charge and battery. Charge, attack, assault and battery. Pull his ego, down he go, gravity. Pull his pride down, gravity. Do it slow, gradually. Charge with the battery, assault and battery. His savor and flavor will be gone, beat it out of him from the battery. Well, they want a battery, picking up bats, batter up, splatter me. Because if they splatter me, because everywhere will my matter be. But they don't matter me. They ask, what's the matter? The matter? Me? Adam's the matter equals the matter of me. God asks Adam, what's the matter? Adam responds, like, matter? Me? Oh, me and Eve, we deceived. We was free, now we were leaves. We were trees. Our lives was at ease, and we must grieve, and we felt the need to grieve for what we didn't need. Now the garden we must leave. Did he lay before our deeds? Now pull, heave. It is rat race indeed. I want out of the rat race, please. Because at the finish line, there's no cheese. By the way, where is the finish line? It's a perpetual pattern, no finish line. I refuse a line on the finished. You put me in this line because you think I'm finished. I'm not finished until I get the finishing. The author and the finisher of my faith will do the finishing. I'm done with my bank account diminishing. I can't count on your bank to diminish my account in state of diminishing. And your report, mechanical system, is diminishing. So don't ask me for nothing unless you're replenishing. Are you a diminishing Dominican? You can't diminish my dominion and domain and kin. I'm kin of my domain. My domain and dominion is kin of my domain. You can't toss me like remain. I remain domain. My dome and dominion is kin of my domain. But you rather see me in remains, in ruins, in post-mortem, blue in the face. But God breathed breath in me, he blew in my face. Now I got my light shining, now I bloom in the place. Gargamel status, now I have issues with them blue in the face. Them lifeless zombies bringing the epidemic gloom and doom in the place. Your Gnostic, academic, ecumenist, a humanist grace. You tasted the fruit of knowledge of good and evil, now you in ruin the waste. Now you need Yeshua pursuing his grace, soon in the haste. But the rat race should replace with grace. Get out of my face. I don't want to become your option. I'm about to opt out faster than a telescopic shot from a black ops son's gun. Run. The rat race if you wanna, but I behoove you to remove the hooded hoodlum with horns and hooves. He ain't Jehovah. Angels hovering over, crown holy, 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 hallelujah, he's Jehovah. Hallowed. Fallow ground broken the minute I meant to minister to my mentality. Shadow side streets to contract lawful ground breached. The Messiah's blood impeached all y'all presidential principalities. The presence of Jesus put a dent in demons' dimples from a simple demonstration. Principalities have dentures when we're old and decrepit. I suffer dementia, did I mention? Principalities are detained. Detainees get detention by principle. Your principle puts you in detention from attention caused by principalities. Your prince is no pal. You're a pal from the pal you call prince. You are mince meat when you meet your match, when you thought you could muzzle a maverick. I'm done with the rat race. Without grace, it's a labyrinth. I'm done with the rat race because there's no cheese at the finish line. But speaking of finish line, where is the finish line? Thank you.
We're going to jump right into the open mic. So I'm going to bring up C.L. Cannon.
My name's C.L. Cannon. I represent Minneapolis, but I'm originally from St. Paul, Minnesota, yeah. So I should have had it ready, but I wasn't expecting, when he... Let's get it ready for you. Okay, so this piece is called Seeing Air. So it's a little deep. Can we see air? Seeing air is like seeing a tree, seeing all us who breathe. If you need some air, all you need is to walk through the door peak, take a peek at the reason Earth is still alive this week, this month, this year, today. It's clear, like the air we share. This is the trees in our work share. Because without Allah and all that breeze, there would be no trees. We work, progress together, see if the tree of life was created with the Creator, His breath, with the start of our equator. And at every layer, north, south, in every prayer, we have the air to see. In all life, we have time to breathe. Alive we strive, alive we carry ties. To make it simple, it's live, let live. For your info, we need each other and the trees with us. Like with Jesus, the trees are used to see us and hear. Let go of fear because the tree of life is made twice. And 3 times, and 4, and more, and more. So next time you feel alone, remember this poem. Remember the tree is home, on Mother Earth first, and all her children are us. No lust, no, only a real appreciation like real love. No need to do worrying, no need to do hurrying. Do what you know is right, because God sent Jesus to work with us all day, all night, in the sun and in the moonlight. I'll tell you, trees are help of the Most High, bringing peace and appeal to the eye with the freshest air all the time. Trees can cure, trees can bring herbs. Trees are there for us when we're feeling. I'm envisioning how the wisdom, respect are with the tree and the roots that all take all the way back to the beginning. Good and bad trees are to be. Are trees all we need? I'll say no, but trees are our friends too.
One more time for CL. Actually, his first name's Christopher, like mine, so that's super cool, super cool. Christophers are cool. Jeff Hubblecuffs Williams actually comes to the mic, and he's from Rockford, Illinois, just like I. So Rockford's in the building. She said they asked me if I had a spot for him. I said, sure, bro. Rockford love, man.
Squeezing me in. God bless. What's up, Minneapolis? This poetry, this spoken word stuff. Best thing that the pandemic gave us was that Instagram Live with Jill Scott and Erykah Badu. And I love quoting Jill Scott because she says, poetry, once you write it down, it's no longer yours. It belongs to the world. Same? I got my little spiel here too. I'm trying to work on the stage presence. I don't have any of this memorized, but whatever. Hi, I'm Jeffrey Williams, Jeffrey Hubblequest Williams. That's my guy right there, Chris Sims, another Auburn Knight, Auburn Street, Ocho Uno Cinco in this piece. All the artists tonight, y'all been phenomenal. The crowd, just as phenomenal. Because this wouldn't work without ears, and those ears have to also be attached to hearts. So I'm gonna thank you ahead of time for keeping them open. And it's a blessing to be surrounded by greatness, because that's how you get to that level. Surround yourself with that. All right, I'm gonna go with the depressing starting one, and then I'll work my way to the more better stuffs, if I get more than one. I don't know, how much time I got? I gotta do maybe 2, 3? All right, whatever. Let the 4th grade become barricade. The big 6th graders now body shields. Lock it down, block the door, trying to get a head start. Children in kindergarten are lying in the field. Train them as soldiers. Start preparing them for war. Bloodthirst, thirst for blood provoked by media, sowing seeds of division, planting these little crazy ideas, always trying to settle a score. The parents are scared sick of being scared by these homeschooled, homegrown, psychotic little terrorists. While kids are given another pop quiz on top of homework, on top of chores, on top of being impoverished. Some days I feel like things are spinning out of control. I know it's not my job, but stop playing God. Still, I feel like we have to do something to save these souls. Instead of playing dead, red food coloring and kale syrup mixed together in every desk and every drawer. Instead of physical education, no labs, jumping jacks, a kickball, it's faking death, practicing slow breathing while laying on the floor. Avoiding pitfalls, what to do if shot, who to call, what the blood clot. Lead with love and not hate, let God shine the light, heal the heart, heal the scars, and if you make it to Mars, you're still gonna want more. The air, the space, the place you park your ship, divide and conquer, explore these nuts and this. There's only one ticket on this one-way trip. Humanity has been set off course. The earth has a wobble on tilt and the scale's always been tipped. One day it's bound to flip. So I sit and think about synchronization until you are in possession of a star. This is ours and that is yours, now mine. I saw it first. Poems, mysterious scribblings, Slang, code words, and bird chirps. I know the truth hurts. I know I've heard worse. And that's where we'll get before it gets better. Nobody shared. Nobody cares. I don't believe that many are even awares about the bloody school stairs. So never swear an oath you take light and take like a joke. Used to be so worried about finding that dope. When we started talking defund, and that's all she wrote. This isn't night court, and it sure as hell ain't Love Boat. So stop defending. That was broken from the beginning. Drugs won the war on drugs. Worrying now how the wheels will keep spinning. What y'all are feeling, the despair and preparation, stepping away from the propaganda, no longer flipping through the stations, staying in stagnation. They're moving to the next destination, leaving this to the next generation. TikTok will be a metaphor for letting the timer run. Left thinking, damn, could we have done? Living the life that of diamonds and guns. The era of the ego used to terrorize people until we realize our true power. This is how we will eradicate this evil. It won't be through social media. We can connect them and exchange ideas, but when I sit still, that's when I feel the most free. And when I fast, I don't eat. Grown close enough to the windy, when I flip, every flow will freeze. And then I stop referring to the I, and now my heart doesn't miss a beat. Start the day before the sunrise, before the doves cry. For God is light, Godspeed, speed of light at light speed, or speed of thought at light speed. Listening for intentions while I'm kicking wisdom down the curb. You can feel it in the speech, within the heat. You can hear it in the street. Completion, beyond the jungle, beyond the concrete. One world, one blood, one love. Give the drummer some. All I can hear is one beat. Thank you. Hubble Quest in the building, y'all. I got a Facebook, an Instagram, and all that Mark Zuckerberg circus. I get them sex bots trying to hit me up, talk about, look at my dirty pics, and I always do a hashtag and take pictures of all it, like, Meta, you can do better. Meta can do better. It is all in the heart. We can be heartbroken or soft-spoken, but without spirit, there is no surgery capable of keeping the heart open. Even when sleeping, each breath, each microphone, each beat is a gift within every moment. Magnetic, I found belief that every hour is golden. Consumed by feuds, fuels, Facebook, and fires, confused, I will flat out refuse your gasoline, your earth, your rules, your rouge. You will never snuff out what keeps me inspired. Is it worth it, a waste of time to tell you what you're doing isn't cool? Taking where you eat and sleep and pissing in the neighbor's pool? For too long now, I'm done. I've played dumb. I've been a fool. They won't tell you this at church. Actually, I'm telling you at church. But they sure as hell won't learn it at school. Those diamonds are the most, what that thoughts of the, sorry. Let me rewind it. Making myself laugh. You can't be a good comedian and laugh at your own jokes. They won't tell you this at church, and sure as hell won't learn it at school. Thoughts are more valuable than diamonds and should be cultivated in silence, patiently developed in a constant state of positive vibration. The peace wells up from the waves. Tides will rise, floods will flow from your face. The ocean will fall from your eyes the day you finally realize, seeing for yourself, that the earth cries. Sometimes you win, sometimes you evil. Sometimes you get a free spin, sometimes you lose people. And sometimes you find them. You find them when they're shining, interwoven, intertwining, been there the whole time, always been there hiding. Combinations I'm combining, started seeking, speaking, started rewinding them. Not every glitter is gold, not every yellow brick road, not every lump of coal becomes a diamond. Someday we will die, someday I'll be dead. Forced to forget everything that I've said. I'ma still write it down until then. Poet, I know it, I used to grow it. Being by the water, we are surrounded by oceans of it. The high cost, the loss of focus of our relationship, the scales will tip and we'll be forced to jump ship. Who the cap fits might have it backwards. Enlightenment is the ego's biggest disappointment. Relative humility, like relative humidity. There is a heaven inside, like Buddha, like Christ, sliced and cut like stained glass. I'm a sage that burns sage, like braids of sweet grass. The breath of God contained in sacred maths. Sometimes we should shut the up and let the teacher teach the class. Word bond, son. Oh.
Yeah, well, yeah, this is a church where we say things you don't say in church. That's how we do that. Thank you all for coming tonight. Now, we have to hear one more poem, and that is by Christopher Sims, who helped plan all of this. And I want you to give it up for him. Come on up, Christopher. Christopher has been my poetry brother for many, many years. We have kicked butt in Unitarian Universalist circles. We have stood up for justice. Wow, so you get the last word. It's been beautiful to experience deeply the voices and the music tonight. Thank you so much, everybody. Christopher.
I am a poet. I turn words into slaves, or better yet, sun rays. I engrave page after 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 page. Once I engage, the page becomes my stage to wage wars with syllables, consonants, vowels, syllables, consonants, vowels, syllables, consonants, vowels. I howl in the thick of the night to conjure my poetical might, each word written transforms into light. I am a poet. I dive deep into the infinite world of diction to bring forth image and vision. I'm a scientist who's always in the lab performing experiments with vocab. I am a poet. I'm a prophet of verb, creating logic with words. I must write and recite. I cannot resist the urge. I am a poet. And that's that piece. Thank you. Thank y'all for coming. I appreciate it. Love, peace, blessings, light, all that. Thank you.
I go to Florida A&M University, and I'm actually president of their Voices Poetry Group. So, y'all talked about Jesus a lot today. Can y'all hear me okay? Yeah. Thank you. Y'all talked about Jesus Christ a lot today, and I just wanted to provide a different kind of perspective. I just wanted to provide a different kind of perspective in the terms of sanitation. So this poem is called The Devil's Poetry. You'll never be good enough to make it. And you'll never fill the shoes of past presidents. You'll get addicted to my lettuce and my